Morning, top of the morning. Hey, y'all, I just had to let y'all see this sunshine on my face. Man, I'm feeling good. Yeah, man, we got this money. Go get you some money. All right, from drive. All right, so when it come down to it, man, it's real simple. A lot of times we talk the talk, but we don't walk the walk. So when it come down to it, man, hey, if you want you some money, you got to go out there and get it. It's Friday, getting paid. See, I know when I put that money up, I'm gonna start getting a whole bunch of people in here because that's the entertainment side, boy. Hey, you put that money in people's face, they like, oh he got money. You know the big time YouTubers say, oh, gotta go hit that lick, gotta go jump on him, gotta go get that, gotta go get him to shoot me some cash apps, gotta go get him to, you know, hit them super chats. Cause when you see that money in the thumbnail, that's what you start looking at. Boy, he got money. How can I get some? For the ones that really going out here working hard, hey, you ready for the money right here. You like, man, look, I ain't worrying about all that. I got my own money. I got my own money. I ain't worrying about him flashing money. But for the ones that want that money, they like, ooh, ooh, I want some of that money. I want some of that money. But hey, my thing is Friday. We gonna talk about money. People got paid. I had to pull this money out the bank just to flex, just to get people to come over here and talk about some money already. I'm like, come on, man, for real. It is not hard. I know they see this thumbnail. They gonna be jumping in the chat like, oh man, we talk about getting some money. I always talk about getting money over here. So what y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? I always talk about how you can do side hustles. I got a partner now. He got his he got his CDL, got his Class A license. This dude literally drives. He his last job he was clearing about 3,200, on average. I think his low was 25 a week. He was clearing 25 a week, clearing 2,500 a week. But he liked driving for DoorDash. Like this is like the best thing for him. Like, he like driving for DoorDash. He's like, man, it's so cool, dog. He's like, man, I'm my own boss. I get to do this. I get to do that. No worries, man. I love this. Like, dude drives for DoorDash and he's excited about it. Like, man, when it come down to it, he's like, man, I like this. You know, I'm up here telling people how to do money all the time. He's like, man, I forgot about that Spark. I might go get on Spark. I might get on Spark, get this money too. I'm like, dude, you got the CDLs. Why don't you just go to the port like you've been doing? That's how you make your money. Them CDL drivers, all this over the road, the company. No, man, be your owner op. Get your Trex card. Go to the port. Make your money. I think it's called Trex card. No, it's something. I think it's Trex card for the port. You gotta, cause they doing extensive background check. They want to know what your mama was doing back in the day, and that's how you get to the money. But dude, he like the clarity of it. He ain't got to be rushing. He ain't got to be sitting up here making sure that all these deadlines are being met. He just cool with it. Like, yeah, man. I go over here. I do this. If I don't do it, cool. I'm about to start blocking these telemarketers, man. I wasn't doing it, and I see why my friend blocked these telemarketers because they literally call you from the same number all the time, and they mess you up. But back to what I was saying about this money. Yeah. Who don't want no money? Who don't want to get no money? Who ain't out here balling? See, that's the thing, man. You want you some money, man? You gotta listen. I've been talking about this for so long. You know, finding side hustles. Shout out to Dr. Dunbar. We talk about this all the time on big discussions. After you hit your 9 to 5, what you gonna do after, you know, when you hit your 5 to 9? See, a lot of people don't want to work a 5 to 9, but they always talk about the job don't pay enough. You don't make enough. And it's to the point, if you got a job that pays enough, take that money and invest it. Flip. That's the whole name of the game. A lot of people, man, when I found out how the Rockefellers made their fortunes, just flipping money, just getting a little knowledge, taking it to the next level, that's the problem with a lot of people, man. They don't want to take the next step. You know, yeah, 5 to 9 millionaires all day, real millionaires from 5 to 9. You know, a lot of people who do their side hustles end up quitting their job. I was just looking at a guy. He literally worked for the government doing government contracts. He sit there and said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna see what this guy talking about because he always talking about how he get government contracts. I work for the government. Government ain't got no money because they ain't paying like nothing. Man, he go get his first government contract, do pretty good. Go to another seminar, learn about government contracts. Got two more government contracts. Then he turned around and said, "Man, I'm doing it. If I can make enough money," he made a deal with his wife. "If I can make the same pay that I'm making now yearly with these government contracts, can I quit my job?" She said, "Yes. If it's not gonna financially change us, yeah, you can quit. Go ahead, no problem." You know what he did? Quit his job. Dude was making the money. Dude was literally making the money with no problem. Literally making the money with no problem. Quit his job, balling like crazy. But you know the crazy part about it is, a lot of people, man, they don't know how to take that next step. So they lost. They sitting up there thinking there's another alternative way that they can get to the millions. Ain't no other alternative way. You up, you up. There's no other alternative way to make that money. So when it comes down to it, hey, you gotta be on your grind. You know, a lot of times people say, "Man, I can make $1 million by going to Etsy and buying some stuff." Yeah, you can, but you gotta understand you're in competition with everybody. Everybody's out here selling stuff. So what makes your products gonna be better than everybody else's? All right, yeah, I had to get this GPS together. But back to it, man. Like a lot of times we sit here and we try to get the easy way out. We'll sit there and say, "Man, well, I see these guys over here doing this. They selling stuff online." Don't you know? A lot of times, and not that even it's a race thing, but when it gets to a certain point, I always go to this. It's a money thing. It's a culture thing. It's a group thing. Other people are already doing these deals that we're doing. When we want to get on to like what, okay, prime example with Amazon. Everybody's trying to sell Amazon FBA, the Shopify, all this. I can show you literally probably about thousands of people that been doing this before you. And if thousands were doing this before you, guess what? There's thousands of more coming into that same area. So, G Mom, what's going on? I'm just hitting the chat. I see you at the stop sign. But basically, when it comes down to it, we're sitting up here complaining about how, man, why everybody out here making money. Oh yeah, but G Mom, you don't know. See, I put that picture up with all that money. that try to draw a lot of people in here to think I'm finna get them rich. And basically, it's just about the common things that I normally talk about. You know, that's the thing. When it comes down to it, when when I say, "Hey man, I'm over here talking about money, life insurance, family, mental health, little issues here and there, your feelings or emotions," nobody want to come see that. But the entertainment side, when you show that money, them folks get to run and be like, "Oh snap, the bag, the scamming, all this other stuff." So you start bringing so many people out when you showing money, when you showing fly cars. I got a partner got a Mercedes. I might go jump in this Mercedes and take a picture of that, and then show y'all. Might go, show us house, take a picture of that, show video of that, just to do the glitz and the glamour. But back to the store, you know, everybody's doing this selling online. What's gonna make you better than everybody else? You got companies that tell you, "Oh, we know how to push your products better." If you know how to push the products, the other people are learning how to push the products the same way. It's not going to make a big difference that you're doing it a slightly different than most. Everybody's pushing these products. Everybody pushing the products the same way. And what's going to set you different? You know, you're going to have to work hard. Yeah, you're going to make a couple of sales, but you're not going to make a lot of sales. It's like this lady I know now. I was just talking to her. She told me she spent $5,000 for a coach that built her store and run her channel. She has yet to make any money, but she feels as if it's gonna work because she see all this and all that, and the proof is in the pudding. I see it. I see it. Cool. You see it. Now what? When it comes down to it, hey, what's next? You know, you're gonna sit here and keep showing people this stuff, and everybody's gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe. That's like this one guy I watched that does credit repair. Pretty good at his job, real good. I don't even know if this guy has a channel because I'm always seeing him on everybody else's channel. But lo and behold, this guy said most of these credit repairs they're scammers. Tell them to show you, testimonials. Tell them to show you some clients that they fixed at their credit, and they can block out the name and all they gotta do is give a first name and social security number. Everything else they can block out. The main stuff like blocking out that. But other than that, they can show you like, look, when I started with this guy had this. I can show you from like active, not on those screenshots, because you can doctor a screenshot. You know, I know people that can take a check stub, make you check stubs, and I'm like, wow, oh, people still doing that? I'm like, in the height of technology, people are still faking check stubs and all kind of stuff. I'm like, man, what's going on? But that's the thing. The scamming has been the new popular, you know, and it's big to where a lot of people get fooled to where they don't want to do no hard work. I was looking at this one show with a lady. She's a counselor. She was saying how she's a counselor and she tried to teach young guys to go get a job, to do something for themselves. And these young guys say, well, I go pick up a gun, rob somebody. If I don't get caught, I can sit here and make about anywhere from 20 to $100 and some dollars. But if I go to work, that money's not guaranteed like that, you know. And she's looking like, man, how can I influence him to make the best decisions for himself? And that's the thing. A lot of these kids are like that. They're not looking at the slow money. They want the fast money. See, that's why I was saying, like, a lot of people want extra money. A lot of people got cars. There's no reason with you having a car that you sitting up here saying that you always broke. There's no reason with you having a phone in your hand that you always broke. Yeah, it's gonna be slow getting the subs up for Instagram, YouTube, getting your followers on the Facebook so they can pay you. But at the same time, there's other apps you can use. There's other surveys. Surveys has always been the big thing. A lot of times now they're doing free surveys because a lot of people forgot about back in the day. Man, you get paid to do a survey. You get paid to do surveys because a lot of those mystery shoppers. I literally thought the mystery shopper stuff was fake until my aunt. She works with this app called, I think it's Kick something. Not Kickstart. That's a company that does a startup business, but it's Kick something. But she literally it basically does like a mystery shopper thing. What she goes and does, she goes to stores, take pictures of their products on the shelf, take pictures of the prices, and then buy some things that she want or that's in the app, go check out, and there you go. You automatically want these items anyway, so just find the items on the list, take a picture of the shelf, see how they labeled them and everything. Because most stores they can't go out to these establishments all the time. There's a lot of different business. Let's say like with, for instance, let's go with hair care products. Let's go with Dark and Lovely. You know that's a well-known name to agree. Dark and Lovely, and they have hair care products. You literally, dang, I forgot I gotta go to the bank. I gotta get off of here. And I was gonna try to run for a minute. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can pause. But yeah, you have Dark and Lovely. Dark and Lovely is in probably, uh, I would say, 2 million stores. So if Dark and Lovely in 2 million stores, how can their representatives get out here and look at every single shelf to make sure their stuff is on there properly? So they need somebody to go out to these stores, make sure they have a couple of representatives. Some people don't want to do that job because it doesn't pay as much. So they have regular people like me and you sit here and go out here and, run the numbers, go take pictures, go sit here, make sure. Oh, yeah, my boy in here. Hey, Kay, I did the thumbnail to show this money so I can show people like I'm balling. That's the thing. You got to entertain. They want the money. You got to give them the money, Kay. You got to show them that money, make them come. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, like I'm saying, in all honesty, with that company, they'll sit here and they'll say, okay, well, we want our products shown, but we want at the same time we want to make sure that people are doing it the right way. So we want to see how our shelves look in the stores. We want to see how a lot of people, kind of represent our products. So when it comes down to it, we can say, okay, our products are served right. They have our products on the shelf. It's stacked neatly. It's shown to where the face of the product to where if you show the labels on the front, not showing the side. That's the thing. When I walk by a shelf and I see the face, the name, I'll look at the name. If I don't see the name on the product in general, it's gonna be a way till I'm like, man, what is that? I'm gonna pass right by it. But to a point, if I see the price on there, good. That's something that I want to, get into as well. If they see the price on there, they're gonna be interested. Okay, that's a good price. I'll buy that. Companies are looking for that. Um, Pepsi is big on that. Pepsi send representatives out to make sure that their stuff is labeled and shown right on the shelves. Pepsi is good for that. Pepsi always makes sure that everything is done to a degree the right way because it's representation on them. It looks good for them. They want to make sure you see the product. They want to make sure you have enough on the shelves. And if it's a good seller in that area, they want to make sure they have way more to actually help them, you know, when it comes down to it. So a lot of times you have issues with people to where they're like, man, hey, I can't get your products because they're never on the shelves. I got to go drive way over here. So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go invest themselves into another product. If there's alcohol, somebody likes Scotch, and let's say they like Grey Goose. If Grey Goose isn't served at this establishment, they're gonna look at another alternative. Uh, what other vodka do you have? Okay, you have what's puffy stuff? You can tell I don't drink most Ciroc. And you're like, man, I like Ciroc. You're gonna start drinking Ciroc because due to, hey Alonzo, can you come up here for like 5 minutes. I gotta run in this bank real quick. I need somebody to take a little charge over the up here for me. Just give me about 5 minutes to go in here, drop some money in the bank. I had to flex, so I had to bring this money out. I'm putting it back in the bank now. That's what real people do. They pay bills. But at the same time, though, like I'm saying, a lot of times you will sit there and you have these products, and these products are available, but at the same time, if they're not, people are just gonna look for something else. You know, you have these apps that help you get paid like that. You have other apps, that kind of influence you to make money. Not even just apps, you have websites. I told you they have an app. A lot of people talk to people online. They have apps for that, for people just to come up. Appreciate that, Alonzo. But you have apps for look it up, online friend, where they pay you to come up and be a friend online. Some of them are $50, $75. People are on here now talking with each other for free. Why not get paid to talk to people? What's going on, Alonzo?
Doing all right. Not feeling the greatest right now, but I figured I'd come up here and hold you down for 5 minutes.
I appreciate it. I sure appreciate that.
No doubt. So, you know, I literally just tuned in, but I see she talking about inflation and payday, and inflation is something we got to look out for. There's actually a post that Warren Buffett had and showed if you put $100,000 away in 2020 and let it sit till 2030 with a 3% annual interest rate, that you would have half of your spending power in 10 years. So the money is there, but we got to find ways to preserve capital. That's why the wealthy play the stock market. It's not to get rich, but it's to hold what they have. Hold on, y'all. Now my phone ringing. Yeah. So my fault, y'all. I don't feel good this morning. I feel sick. What up, Keg? Uh,
Hey, Alonzo, you can go ahead and drop down, man.
no doubt.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, man. Yeah, but basically what I'm talking about, just in general, man, with a lot of people, having time to reflect on your money, and that's the biggest thing. We want to see the money, we want to see how good it looks, but a lot of people are not working hard to get that money. And that's one of the biggest issues. I'm going. Thank you. Yeah, about a little minute. I mean, see if I can get a bank teller real quick. You're welcome. And I am back. All right. Sorry about that, Lonzo. I gotta hit you up later, man. We gotta talk about that. But back at it again. Gotta go get this money. And shout out to my boy Cars and Cribs. I watch his show. Say about to go get this money and win. Y'all need to go check Cars and Cribs out. I'm thinking about doing the cargo thing too myself. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right, so back at it again. Sweet Thumb, I don't never really see you go live. Like, I guess I got to start going to your channel every now and then because I be miss. I seen a couple of your old videos when I first subbed to you. I never see no lives. I never see no videos pop up. I guess I could just got to start going to your channel. But shout out to you. You know, you always ever since you came over here, pretty much you've been popping in, supporting like crazy, and I sure do appreciate that. You know, and see, I gotta get ready to wrap this up because you know y'all the gardening channel is about to start, so uh, can't really be cutting in there by the time. Then on top of that, you know I know everybody want to support everybody, so we'll go see Miss T. But for the most part, like I said, man, it's very simple. We always talk stuff about money, and I say this religiously. You know, shout out to Dr. Dunbar. You know, he put me on this real strong. What are you gonna do with your 5 to 9? Everybody has a 9 to 5 to a degree, you know, or if you had a 9 to 5 and you worked it, you're retired, you don't want to work no more, cool, no problem. But what are you gonna do with your 5 to 9? You still need to make money. What are you gonna do with your 5 to 9 after you get off of work? What is the next step? You just gonna go home, drink on a beer, drink some wine, and you know just chill out, or you're gonna make something with your time. A lot of people have hobbies that they started and been successful with it. Well, my job I deliver to a lot of people that have home businesses, and the craziest part about it is one guy delivered what's the company? Stone Cold Countertops. He made it a thing. Like he literally took it to the next level to where he said, "Man, I'm gonna start doing this full time for myself. I'm gonna start taking these countertops. I'm gonna start putting this epoxy on here, doing these different colors." Now he's doing it for companies, personalizing little small gifts for people, making frames. You know how much money frame makers make? Like you can literally take a picture and it could be a copy of a picture. Now, take the frame and build a nice frame. You can sell that one frame for like $10,000. A copy of a Mozart maybe worth 500, $100 because it's not the real thing. The real copy is worth millions. But the point of it is, even if you get a copy, the frame takes the picture to another level. Go to what is the big chain store? Michaels. Michaels has a frame department. You literally make so much money making frames. Like I said, people are just doing their small jobs that they like doing on the side, not really big on it, just something to do. Making millions of dollars doing this full time. Taking your hobbies to the next level. You know, sitting here at the house, you know, eating up everything, not really doing nothing. It tends to get old. You got to understand with your body comes risk, you know, for situations to where, man, you're not going to be able to control that weight when you get a little older. So you got to think about that. That's gonna hit you over the head long term. So what is your next step? Taking care of your body, man. A lot of people, you got to be taking a vitamin every day. Shout out to Shannon Ross. You should be taking a supplement, some type of supplement, multivitamin every single day. If you're past 30, there's no excuse. You've been through this knowledge. Your grandma used to take vitamins. You used to take Flintstones to a degree. All of us, to a degree, millennials came up in that Flintstone vitamin age. What's the other company that tried to knock off from Flintstones? Critters or Creepers or something? You'd had one or the other. Nobody took Centrum and as a little kid, unless you just had gun hole parents that was stuck on you getting the proper, you know, nutrition with those vitamins. But to a degree, man, we all need to start looking at side things to, give us more money. Looking at stocks. Stock is the slow money, but at the same time, once you get into stocks and know what you're doing, you start doing option trading. Option trading is a lot of money. You know, it's a lot of risk, but it comes with a lot of reward. If you just want to work your 9 to 5 and you're cool with that, let's go make more money instead of working your 5 to 9 after you get off of work. Go make more money. Get a degree. Do something that's gonna give you more money, so you don't have to have a side hustle. You know, I've talked to people where they said, "Well, I've always, was good with my hands, and I like doing construction. It pays well. I started my own company. I train guys. I making tons of money doing construction. I got $50,000 contracts. I got $100,000 contract." I'm like, man, that's good. He's like, yeah, I like doing it. This is something I like doing, so it's fun for me. Help people, train people, all this. Get in there and do something. But with that being said, hey, it's up to you. Go get the money. It's Friday for some. That's payday. But others, you get paid on Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever you get paid. Whenever your payday is, you got to figure out if you want to make more money. You got to start looking at other options outside of your job, or find you another job if they're not paying you well. The choice is yours. You living in it. You got to deal with it. You know, and the biggest thing with most of us, you know, we get too complacent. I remember my football coach used to always tell us that's how the linebackers and the safety will get beat every single time because they get complacent. They get too relaxed. They do 15 running plays back to back. Oh, they ain't gonna throw the ball. The quarterback can't throw. Then all of a sudden, here comes a Hail Mary. You're not ready for it. That happens to a lot of us in life. When that Hail Mary comes, how many of us is ready for it? You know, any situation pop up, can everybody take certain things? No. So we got to be prepared for it. With that being said, shout out to everybody, man. You know how we do when we here. You know, show the love, show the support, but at the same time, you know what I always say: we here and we gone.